Hi, welcome to Creative Learning. Before we begin, subscribe my channel for future updates. Today in this video, my topic is verb. So we are discussing about verb. Verb means it is a word which denotes the action of noun or pronoun. For example, he is going. He means it is a pronoun. Going means it is a verb which shows action of the person. It shows the action of the person. So it will become going. What he's doing is he's going. Ramya is clever. Ramya is a noun. What is her action is a clever. Ramya is a clever. Then me. Me, it is a pronoun. Comparing on another pronoun, noun to pronoun, it shows some actions. Clever, going, walking, talking, bathing, thinking, searching are all words which shows actions. So verb means it's a action which shows action. It's called verb. Action of noun and a pronoun, it is called a verb. Now let's discuss about kinds of verb. Now verbs are classified into two categories. One is main verb, another one is a helping verb. Main verb means the word which carries important meaning to the sentence. It is called a main verb. Important meaning to the sentence, then it is called a main verb. For example, boys obey their parents. Next example is fire burns everywhere. Main verb means it carries a important meaning to the sentence. Next we discuss about some kinds of main verb. There are two kinds of main verb. One is transitive, another one is intransitive. One is transitive, another one is intransitive. One is transitive, another one is intransitive. Transitive verbs means transitive verbs means I have already shown some examples about verb. He is going, Ramya is clever. In transitive verb, the action is between subject and the object, and between them the verb carries. Now sentence is completed with subject and object, so such sentence are called transitive verb. If subject do not complete with the object, then it is called intransitive verb. For example, he eats an apple. Here he is the pronoun. He is the pronoun, so it is the subject. He is the subject and apple is the object. It is a noun. Apple, it is a noun. Object, So what is the verb between subject and object is eats. Eats, it is the verb. The verb which passes through subject and object are called transitive verb. The verb which passes over subject and object, it is called transitive verb. Another example is I read a book. I read a book. Next, for intransitive, the child weeps. Another example is the dog barks loudly. Here, child is the subject and no object is seen here. Weeps is the verb. So such kinds of verbs sentence are called intransitive verb. Next, helping verb means auxiliary. It is also known as auxiliary verb. Next, we discuss about types of auxiliary verb. There are two types of helping verb or auxiliary verb. One is primary helping verb or primary auxiliary verb. Next is secondary helping verb or modal auxiliary verb. Modal auxiliary verb, both are have the same meaning. Primary helping verb are the are primary auxiliary. Next, primary auxiliary means these are auxiliary verbs are used to reveal question, negative and tenses. To reveal question, tenses, and negative negatives on the sentence. For example, have I not helped you? Have I not helped you? Next is I am disgusting with you. Next, we discuss about types of primary helping verbs. First is be form, have form, do form. In be form, we have to use the word which starts from am, is, are, was, were. In have form, we have to use have, has, had. In singular or plural, by noting the singular or plural person, we use the have form, be form, do form. Next, in do form, does, do, did. Next, am, I am going to school. Is it your bag? For example, which start from by using be form, we have to use these verbs. Have form, we have to use this form had, have, has. In do form, we have to use does, do, did. Next, in a secondary helping verb, we have to use first we have to understand what is modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary are the verbs which are used to express different attitudes of minds. Different attitudes of mind. Different attitudes of mind are nothing but modal auxiliary. This is also called secondary helping verb. We have to use will, would, could, must, shall, may, might, and so on. For example, I will help you by all means. It is the modal auxiliary. I will help you by all means is the modal auxiliary. Next is they have not published the result in time. They have not published the result in time. Another example is you must take care of your health. How dare you to touch my books are some of the modal auxiliary examples. Next, here we have to consider first in a singular plural form and then before using these kinds of sentences. In present tense, the am, how to use the am. I am not going to the zoo. In past tense, am will become was. And in the present tense, here have have is become present tense, and in the past it becomes had. Now, in such kinds of using the sentence, we call be form, have form, do form. For example, I am not going to the zoo. Next, I am not visiting my family. I am not doing my homework. I am not working today. Are some of the examples in order to use the be form. Next, we discuss about how to use first person, second person, third person using singular, plural form of be form, have form, do form. For be form, we draw a column like this in order to understand the further concept about the main verbs or auxiliary verbs. In be form, what we have to do is we first choose for single person we use I. For many persons, in first person we choose for singular as I, and for many person we choose as we. In present tense, it will becomes I will becomes am in present tense. In present situation or in present time, we use I as am in order to start the sentence. Next, we will becomes are. Next, in past, am will become was, and in past tense, are will becomes were. Next, for second person, singular is for singular in order to represent for second person we use the singular as you, and for plural we use you. It is a pronoun. You is the pronoun in order to represent the second person singular you. And next in present tense it will becomes are, and for plural you will becomes in present tense as are, and in past tense you will becomes in past tense as were, and plural of you is were. Similarly, for the third person we use for third person as he, she, it. For singular we use he, she, it, and for plural for pronoun we have to choose the pronoun for represent the plural as they. For present tense we use is to represent the third person, and for in plural form we use are to represent the third person. In past tense we use was to represent the single person, third person singular we use was. Next we use were to represent the third person plural, were. To represent the have form of primary auxiliary we use have form as in the present tense. To represent the singular person we use have. To represent the many person in plural form we use have. In past tense have will becomes had, and in the past tense for plural it becomes had. Next, similarly, as far as representing the second person, have will becomes had. To represent the plural many persons in this second person plural, have becomes had. Next, for third person singular we use has. For third person plural we use have. Similarly, for in past tense for third person singular we use had. For third person plural we use had. In do form similarly we use do as did. In a singular we use do in a present tense, and in the past we use did. We use in the past as did. For plural in we use present in present tense. For first person plural we use do. Similarly, for third person in present tense, for third person singular we use does. For plural for present tense for third person plural we use do. Similarly, in the past tense first person singular we use did. For second person singular we use did. Similarly, as it is now here, had, do, did represents the helping verb or auxiliary verb. Now this is a table of auxiliary verb. Next, first person, if the first person singular is drinks, then we have to use for plural as first person plural as drink. If singular is drinks, if singular first person singular is first person main verb, for first person main verb is drink, we have to use for second person main verb as drinks. This is plural and this is singular. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, share with your friend. Don't forget to subscribe my channel.